Hello, my name is Lynn. I've been in sales and marketing for over 40 years. I'm going to talk to you tonight about a product called Liquid Gold 1 Therapy Oil. And you can find it at liquidgold1therapyoil.com. The one is a numerical one. And what Liquid Gold 1 Therapy Oil has going for it is it has over 40 essential different oils in it. And in my personal opinion, it is easily the best product I have ever sold in my life, from a salesman's point of view. Now, I worked with some of the top marketing executives in the world, one who was, in fact, the most successful marketing executive in the world in nutritionals and network marketing, once told me, he said, if you've got a product that basically on the merits of the benefits sells itself and has word of mouth capability, then he said, you've got a winner. He said, that's how I basically have built my fortune. So, in that case, I'd like to tell you not so much about what this product does as to why it's so easy to sell. Yes, because the product comes with a free demonstration, and if it's person to person. And the way that works is one of its common uses is for the relief of pain in different areas of the body and almost immediately. And this is done by a free demonstration. You take the bottle, I'll use this one here, and you pump the oil, 1-2 pumps, and you basically treat the area. Now, if it's your hands, you don't the palms of your hands. You don't just do the palms. You do the whole backs and everything. If you have a sore shoulder, it's not a matter of just putting it where the sore is. You all the way around, and you work it in. And over the years of the several hundred people that I demonstrated it on, I ran into it several years ago as as a product demonstrator, considered selling it and representing it, have done so since on occasions. But here's the thing, folks. Why is it such a wonderful product to sell from a salesman's point of view? Well, because of the several hundred people that I basically did a demonstration that I found out they had a pain or a discomfort, over 98% of them realistically saw results in 2 to 3 minutes to 5 minutes, and notable results. Some people with absolutely agonizing pain, a full 10 out of 10, within 2 or 3 minutes, down to a 2 or a 3. They weren't always that notable, but if a person would quantify their pain, whatever it was, as a 10, put on the product of that, and to quantify it repeatedly, it would come down to a 7 or a 6 or a 5. A lot of the times 4s and 3s, and sometimes it totally disappeared. Now, imagine that a person would demonstrate 98% of the people that took the demonstration or worked on them. Out of that 98% of the people, comfortably over 95% of the people bought at least one or several bottles of the product at the time that they were there. So, it's a product that sells itself. Now, why is it also a nice product in that regard? Because I'm going to tell you some of the other reasons that this product sells itself is because it's got over 40 essential oils in it. These essential oils include antioxidants, dilators to flush out wounds and bruised and damaged inflammation areas. Because you see, folks, except for a bruise or an impact or a blow, what the common denominator of what causes inflammation is a lack of basic nutrients to keep that particular part of the body healthy, those particular cells in whatever part of the body healthy. So what happens is, if you also pay attention to some nutritional food therapy, like research the type of pain you're having, and go out and do a Google, find out what kind of nutritional foods that you can take to supplement to help your body heal. Now, in the meantime, if you have inflammation, the common denominator is the inflammation comes because the area is getting septic and infected. Why? Because it's swollen. And at that point, the blood flow becomes restricted and it can't stay healthy and flushed. So, with this product, Liquid Gold 1 Therapy Oil, when you put a couple of pumps on, it has some carrier oils in it. It has some dilators, such as eucalyptus and peppermint oil. And that opens up the blood flow. It allows the bad stuff to go out and good blood and fresh stuff to come in. And the antioxidants actually perform a healing context. As well as that, with the over 43 other oils, and the list is growing all the time as the developer of this company finds more and more synergistic products to put in. And so, from a sales point of view, that's pretty good, where all you have to do is find somebody with a pain, give them a free demonstration, and let the product sell itself on the merits of its own benefits. The other thing about it is, when people really start looking at it, well, how is it priced competitively against other products that provide stress and pain relief? Very well. Actually, it's the most economical of the bunch. It is, granted, a small bottle, small container, and it is priced more for that small container than numerous tubes and gels on the market. But it is all natural, so you don't build up a resistance to it. As well as that, it excuse me, it is all natural. You don't build up a resistance to it, and further to that, because of that, you're not in a situation of using a tube of something for 2 or 3 weeks and all of a sudden you're not getting any benefit. You will always get benefit from this product. Further to that, it also doesn't take much to do it. It doesn't take much to go a long way. The other thing that we also have is an inhaler, and what you can do is droplets of that, and for aromatherapy, because it has more capabilities than just as a pain relief product. For example, with all these oils and that, it can actually detoxify your body. For example, if you run a hot tub of water, if you're an athlete or you work hard for a living, you have muscle ache at the end of the day, basically run a hot tub of water, put a few pumps of that in the water, and notice in very short order the aches and pains and the lactic acid buildup is dissipated. And I personally have experienced this. The other thing, if you don't want to take it to that extreme every night, the other thing for a detoxification is to run a large basin full of water, put your feet in it, put a few pumps of the essential oils in the water, and then watch over the next period of time, maybe a half an hour to an hour, watch the color of the water change and darken, because it's drawing poisons out of your body. And because of opposites attract, these products are going and being attracted and drawn in because it has a giving charge, and the body is basically wanting for the acidic aspect or the toxic aspect of all those nigglies in your body, and it draws it out into the water, and it replaces it with the good stuff. But that is coming up on my 10 minutes of why it is the best product that I've ever sold in my life. And for those that might be interested in considering selling this product, please inquire through the website. There will be there'll be some contact information below this video on the site that it's on. And I wish you the very best, and thank you very much for taking the time to listen. As a customer or as a representative, it is a product that you can count on. It has been around for 27 years, and as mentioned before, it has some level of notoriety. As a matter of fact, I have customers that it is the only product that I have sold over the many years that people will make a point of searching me out when they're out of the product. And sometimes disappointed if I don't have any, but you can always order off the website. But I have one customer in particular that has been a faithful customer of mine. I'm going to say for 8 or 9 years, and I haven't heard from him for, I'm going to say, a couple of years. But at the same time, the last time he bought off of me, he wanted to have a good supply, so I believe he bought a dozen bottles off me. And so with that, folks, I wish you a good day, and you can get a hold of me by looking at the contact information below this video. And please believe in it. It's a Liquid Gold 1 therapy oil. It really works, and I've had that from personal experience as a customer, and then a believer, and then as a sales and marketing rep for the company. It is owned in the background by some very fine people, and they have a very high degree of standards as far as the quality control and the conscientious aspects that they put into the product. That's why it's been around for 27 years, and its sales keep growing and growing. With that, have a very good day. Live long and prosper.